Hey everybody, Ron Evans here to talk about some arts and cultural mobile apps that are looking real good. We're going to start out here talking about the Sydney Film Festival, SFF 2010, right here. When you first click it, see that kind of like flash-like intro kind of brings us into the space. That's something we really haven't seen on any other app, and Flash doesn't exist on the iPhone for a lot of reasons, so that they were able to get that effect is pretty cool. Similar to many other film festival apps, we can see that this is designed to help us to figure out what movies are going on during the festival. Now, this is after the festival, so some of the content in here is stale and won't work as far as like what's on today, but we could still get around. Click on Festival News. We have a variety of different types of content in here, some podcasts, meet the filmmakers, interviews with folks. One of these, there we go. Got the logo up here, looks really nice. There's a podcast right there with one of the directors for one of the films. Looks really good, lots of engaging content. This is where things get interesting. They've got this thing here saying selling fast, sold out, wish list. So this is tying into their ticketing system, and it's giving you some information about tickets that are going to be going away very soon because they're selling out. Or if you want to see a particular show, you could see what has been sold out. So that is adding a very interesting level of timeliness to ticket sales that let people know what's going on and helps inform them to their buying decision. I think that was a really cool choice. Down here along the bottom, this is the What's On page. There's the program, which is probably not going to list a whole lot of stuff since we're after the festival here. I'm going to kick over to vendors. So here are some of the vendors, venues, locations of the cinemas playing. Let's check out, look, zoom in, Google Map, boom. We can see where we are, directions on how to get there, current location. This is doing this all automatically. It's really nice. There's an account functionality here. We didn't go too far, but it looks like we can actually purchase tickets in the app if we sign up, which they're not selling tickets anymore. And over on the More page, very cool to see how to use this app. Haven't seen that anywhere else. Nice help section that lets people know what they can do in the app. Very nice touch. Support. Here's some information on sponsors. We'll see if that loads up here in a second. We'll load that in the background. Twitter. About the developers. Get Twitter updates from people that are talking about the films. Or if they had a hashtag going on at the festival. This should actually pull something up here momentarily. There's also Facebook as an option on this. We can also go to YouTube and see the YouTube videos for this app. There's some of the Twitter stuff right there. So just all in all, very well done. Really good looking app. Love to know a little bit more about how this worked for them, but we're running into the problem here where it's after the festival, so some of the stuff is stale in here. This is probably something they only do once a year, so that's something you definitely have to think about when you're creating an app, but very nicely done for the Sydney Film Festival. All right, next we're going to talk about the app for Vanderbilt University. Now, this isn't an arts and cultural app per se, but it was done by a developer who's done some other arts and cultural stuff, and it's pretty darn cool. When we come into the app itself, very quick load. We're already into the system. This looks really nice. It's a simple side-scrolling system, but they've done their own design in here. This is a large V is sort of the home button, like it works on the iPhone. And I could be in, for example, the weather area. This is all live in Nashville right now. I can click that button, and I will go back to the home page without actually having to exit the app, which is a very nice design. They've got Twitter updates. They've got a campus map here, so you can see where you are on campus, search for a different place. They've got really nice pictures of the campus through Flickr. Very nicely done. There's a bunch of videos for different campus events and talks and things going on. Now, this is the kind of the fun part here. Down here in the bottom corner, there's a button that says Chant. And if you play it, now how cool is that? If I'm thinking about going to Vanderbilt University, I'm all about clicking that chant button, and we played around with that. We must have played this like 20 different times when we were testing this app, running around. So there's no reason for it to be in there. It doesn't actually sell a ticket or something, but it sure builds anticipation to find out more information, and it's just plain fun. So when we're looking at things in as far as app design, something like that really stands out to us. I'm going to actually kick it off here so you can control it. You can actually run it while you're looking at some of the other stuff in the app, so it's sort of a soundtrack for what's going on. Just nicely done campus news. It's all kept up to date. You can share information with your friends via email and social networking. Very nicely done. Vanderbilt University. Download it in the iPhone store if you want to play with it a little bit more. Okay, last but not least, we want to talk about Yours Vincent, the letters of Vincent van Gogh. And right here in the upper left-hand corner is the Vincent app. Nice little picture of Vincent there. So when we launch it, we have this nice graphic from the developer. We know that we're getting into something nice here. Then we come in here, and this is a very familiar navigation system that a lot of people are used to on phones. There's left to right navigation system on the iPhone. It's also very YouTube-like. A lot of YouTube videos are shown this way. So what makes this app different, besides just filled with gorgeous content, is that it's full of videos that are actually downloaded with the app. So you don't have to go out on the web and get the videos, which means you don't have that time to wait to download the videos. You can get the videos directly. So there's a variety of different bits of information about Vincent's life and where he was at various points in it. And what you do is, it says the artist speaks. We click it.
Vincent's letters. They allow us into the mind of the artist Vincent van Gogh. Vincent's raw emotions, thoughts, and the sketches that he shared with just a few people during his lifetime. The personal Vincent. Here at the Van Gogh Museum, we're celebrating the completion of the Letters project. Now, over 900 letters have been transcribed, translated, and annotated, and are finally accessible to everyone.
So as you can see, really interesting, engaging content. Also part of the app, if we go down to Paris, for example, there's some real nice galleries of some of Vincent's self-portraits about himself. Just click there, you can scroll through these. Just really cool, and the content is gorgeous. I mean, part of the content being gorgeous is the artwork itself, but it's really displayed in a very friendly way. The videos are fantastic. It's a large download, but I highly recommend you get it just to kind of see what a really well put together app looks like. Yours Vincent, the letters of Vincent van Gogh.